Das ELF-Fieber, es hat uns doch auch ein bisschen erwischt. Stoni und ich sind ganz, ganz große Fans geworden von dieser Liga. Nicht zuletzt, vor allem, weil jetzt zwei österreichische Teams dort mitmachen. Das, ja, sagen wir mal, erhöht immer den Einsatz, was allerdings auch natürlich immer so ein bisschen den Einsatz oder die Euphorie für so eine Liga hebt. Das ist Fantasy Football. Ganz klar, egal ob XFL damals, AEF, oder All Fantasy Sports, ihr wisst ja, ich glaube, die Insider von euch wissen, was ich meine. Wir haben immer versucht, auch in anderen Ligen Fantasy Football zu finden, auch für die ELF. Wir haben aber leider gar nichts gefunden und es war für uns auch eigentlich nicht machbar, das irgendwie noch nebenbei zu managen. Aber, und jetzt kommt das große Aber, wir haben jemanden gefunden, der ein Managerspiel für die ELF, sagen wir mal, erfunden hat bzw. erstellt hat. Es ist nicht Fantasy Football im klassischen Sinne, dass man eine Liga aufstellt, es ist mehr ein Manager, wo man Woche für Woche ein Line-Up aufstellt und gegen alle anderen, die eben auch ein Line-Up haben, spielt. Davide heißt der junge Mann, der das alles ins Leben gerufen hat, und er hat gleich gesagt, er möchte hier mit mir ein kleines Interview machen und er will das ganze Projekt selber vorstellen. Alle Links, die ihr braucht, habt ihr unten in der Beschreibung drinnen. Davide erklärt auch nochmal die Regeln. Es ist wirklich sehr, sehr einfach, und für all jene, die vielleicht selber mal gedacht haben, dass sie sowas für irgendeine andere Liga oder irgendeine andere Sportart auch machen, hier eine kleine Inspiration, wie wenig es eigentlich braucht, um sowas auf die Beine zu stellen. Wir wünschen euch ganz viel Spaß und hoffen, dass auch ihr ganz, ganz viel aufstellt, weil es ist wurscht wie, Hauptsache man spielt Fantasy, das sagt das Toni immer. Viel Spaß bei diesem kurzen Interview. Thank you very much, Davide. You are here for First Down Fanta Football, am I correct?
Exactly. Thank you for having me here.
Tell us something about this homepage, because we were all thrilled. We were all searching for some fantasy football for the ELF. We were already asking, or we were thinking about writing them an email, asking them, why the heck are you not offering fantasy football? Everybody knows fantasy football is the main reason why football is, for me, the #1 sport in America. So, how did you come up with that idea?
Well, basically, I'm a huge fan of fantasy, and I have other friends that do NFL fantasy with me. And one of them is a really good graphic. So he texted me and he's like, how about we do a fantasy football on the Italian Football League? Because we're from Italy. And at first I thought we were talking about like me and other 10 people. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can get a piece of paper and calculate all the things. That's fine. And he's like, no, I'm talking about actually making a page. And then so we did that. And then now we're starting to do the European League of Football one. And yeah.
So so the origins are from the Italian Football League. How many people are playing there regularly?
Regularly, I think we have between 70 to 100 people. Closer to the end of the season. At the start of the season, there's more people, but as usual in fantasy, when you start to lose, you start to quit. So,
of course.
Yeah.
And were you thinking about offering, some drafts and fantasy leagues, or would that be too much? And also with, I think, because of the running time, I think I don't know how much time you had in before the season the season started.
Yeah, this project started in January with the Italian Football League starting in like end of February. So we didn't have time to have a professional website with leagues and everything. So we found our way around it by using weekly leaderboards and the total leaderboard. That's what we're going to do for this season as well. Of course, it is one of our projects to have leagues, and so you can play with your friends and you can get more people into it, So that is one of our project, but it's not doable yet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so, because for us, we were also thinking about how can we do this, and then someone came up with Excel, and I don't think that would be, or I would say it would be pretty hard to manage a league for 100 people, or maybe 10 different leagues via Excel, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how much knowledge of or computer knowledge do you have for doing all of this?
I mean, we are running these right now. We're running it through kind of a Hexel, not really. It's like, it's kind of Hexel. And then we do the leaderboards and stuff. But that's what we used to do for the Italian Football League, because there is like maybe 3 games, sometimes 2, sometimes 4, but like not really often. So it's like less games, you can do it. This week, I'm forced to use Hexel for the European League of Football. I've lost my whole day almost calculating stats of week 1 just because there's so many games and so many players and all of that. But yeah, from next week we have a professional that has like a web agency that is doing the website for us. So then we're gonna just do like a file, and then you put it into the website, and the website does it all by itself.
Okay, so that would be then a lot easier.
Yes.
So all in all together, just to sum it up, it's a weekly manager. Yeah, like you can line up your players.
Yes.
It's 1 quarterback, right? 2 running backs, 3 receivers. Tight ends are receivers. 1 defense and 1 kicker. And
yes, in the offensive line.
Yeah, defensive line, yes. And very important, you have that's what you said. There are rules, right? Special rules about those 2 imports. Why don't you tell the people?
Well, basically, the rules are to make it more competitive, because if there is no rules, everybody's going to put in the same lineup, of course, because you're just going to have the best all imports team and all of that. So we put 2 imports max and 2 players from each team max. And then like that's the basic rules. That's all you need to know to play. And then yeah, you have like you said, a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and then you have the offensive line, the defense, and the kicker. Yep.
Perfect. I mean, this is just an amazing project. I think visually, it's definitely one of the best pages I've seen in Europe so far. So congratulations to you. And it's also, and I think, I don't know about you, but I think it's always very important that something or a manager game is visually appreciated, because we have played USFL fantasy and that was disgusting. So how much time did you really invest into the front end developments, or into what we see?
Well, I'm kind of lucky because I don't know anything about like how to do graphics and all of that. And I started the project with this friend of mine that had like multiple years of graphic experience already. So he just he has done graphics for the players. He has done a graphic for the actual European League of Football, like the main page. Like he's done lots of graphic around Europe already. So that's like one of our strong points, like we started and we already have one of the best graphics in the game. So yeah, that's a big thing.
That's very, very important. And as I said, I think it looks really, really great. But I think more people would be invested maybe, or maybe some are watching this and they'll go like, I don't know. So is there something to win? Is there a prize
there is,
so far?
Tell
us.
There is a prize for the winner of the total leaderboard. So if you participate through the weeks and you get on top, and at the end of the weeks you're on top, you're going to win the prize. I cannot tell what the prize is yet, though, because it's too early. It's week 1. It's week 1. I cannot say yet.
Of course. So I think the main point why you should participate is that you have a team every week, right? I mean, so that would higher your chances to go on top, right? How many people are there in the team? Because it seems to be a lot of work. Are you just 2 guys, or you're like just, or are you more?
Okay, so there is me and the graphic, and then after we went into the Italian Football League project, we got a group chat going, and we asked, is there anybody that want to help? And that's how we found the professional that's doing the website. And we found 2 or 3 guys that like just say, there's this to do, and they're like, oh yeah, I got a bit of free time, I can help, something like that. Yeah, of course.
Do you? I mean, you said you of course are a big fantasy football fan. How much do you know about the current ELF players?
Well, not enough, I would say. Like I was kind of thrown off in the first week. And calculating the score today, I was like, I should have put that player. Oh, I should have put that player.
As usual.
Yeah, and also like I went back, and my dad did as well, because he plays the fantasy too. We went back and we were like, okay, let's get stats in. Let's see what the players did. But the ELF has been alive for 1 year before this, so there is not enough to look back into. Like for the first seasons, we're going to have the first weeks of fantasy that everybody's going to go wild, just trying to guess whatever is going on.
Yeah, I don't know how many people had Florian Bierbaumer from Vienna Vikings scoring 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
Not me, and I followed that team closely. So that was one thing. But you do follow Italian football, and next year the Milano Seamen, I think it is, will be participating. Can you tell us something about Italian football? Are you competitive, and what do you think will be the success, if any, of Milano in the league?
Okay, so, well, Milano is a very well-respected team in Italy. They're one of the bigger teams. They have dominated through the last few years, and they have a big project behind them. They're getting better each and every year. They have more people to support them behind them. I think that going into the league, they're going to have a huge amount of people coming into the project and helping them grow a lot more before actually joining the league. That's why they did it in 2023. And I think they're going to be a very big team. I think they're going to be a very solid team in the league. I don't know if they're going to dominate, but they're definitely coming to do something.
So what would be your number one draft advice for all the people that are having their fantasy drafts in August or so? Do you think it's a year where you have to go running back robust, where you're gonna just have to pick up all of them as soon as possible? Would you go best player, or would you just go wide receiver early? What are your thoughts about the draft strategy 2022?
Okay, my reasoning is you have to go with the best player, whether it's running back or wide receiver, in the first round. And then you have to go with the wide receiver for sure, because there is no more good running backs in the second round. And then you can go thinking between running back or tight end for the third round, and then you move on from that. Also, make sure you have somebody that is not good at fantasy in your league, so you can propose absurd trades and steal the good players off of them.
So now we know why you're in the final every year. So
absolutely, yes.
That's a good strategy. Davide, thank you very much. Is there anything else you want people to know?
Well, can I do a round of shout out real quick?
Do it as much as possible.
Okay, so, well, the Instagram page where you can find us is firstdown.elf. The graphics page, my graphic, is RF Sports Graphics. So he has his own prices if you want graphics. He's really good.
He's good, yeah.
Then we have Insane Stone, we have Wilson, and we have Infinity Sports. Those are our 3 sponsors. And yeah, that's it.
Perfect. So
we find the website in the bio of the page on Instagram.
Of course, we will also throw it down in the description of this video. Thank you very much. We will keep in touch, and maybe we will have a follow-up where we talk about a little bit about the first down or about the ELF players that we should line up right now. Right now, get Florian Bierbaumer in there as quickly as possible with 3 touchdowns. Was he the best scorer of this week? Do you have it? Do you know it?
I have a few things. We have, I can tell you the quarterback.
Yeah, who?
I mean, we're missing the Vienna against your old stats yet. They're not uploaded yet. But if we're not counting that game right now, Zach Edwards is the top quarterback. He's got like 30.64, I think.
Oh, wow.
He's got and also Quentin Pounds for the wide receivers. He's got like a 37.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's just a few sneak peeks of how the week is going.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Davide. Keep healthy, stay healthy, and thank you very much.
Thank you.